I didn't technically go overboard, but I did kind of jump ship.
Everybody feels that way about you, Kate.
Okay, great. Go find another Chiefs do. I quit.
Cool.
Don't follow me. Don't follow me.
We see in the teaser there's a moment where it looks like you quit and walk off the boat. What can you tell me about? What is that about? What leads you to that moment?
I was just frustrated. And it was close quarters, and it was towards the end of the season. And in that moment, it was just kind of like one of those, F you, you're cool, I'm out.
Where did you go?
I went off into the Thailand night.
Hopefully to be seen again.
Here I am, I made it out okay.
You made it here. I don't know if you make it back on the boat.
It's been a long journey back. Yeah, so.
Are you reaching a point of frustration where you're thinking close quarters on these boats, I've moved to New York, maybe time for a land life?
Well, kind of yes and kind of no. I'm very lucky that I've worked with Captain Lee for 6 years now, where I like the freelance life. Like, if he gives me a call and says, come make some money, great. It's not permanent.
What was Captain Lee's reaction to you heading off into the
Well, he didn't know.
Okay.
So he woke up to quite a surprise. I think he was very surprised when he called for his morning coffee and it wasn't arriving.
What was the conversation when you finally did see him again like?
I mean, he supported me no matter what, but there was a bit of disappointment on both sides. He was disappointed that I got to that level of frustration. He was disappointed that I walked off the boat, and I was disappointed that I disappointed him.
Holy are you kidding me?
This is awesome.
Season 7 of Below Deck.
I know it.
Your 6th.
Yes.
How is this charter season? How would you describe it?
Hot in all the ways. Our deck crew is hot. Thailand is hot. It's just a very hot season. And there's a lot of romance this season.
When you hook up with somebody on a yacht, you've got to choose wisely. Boatmances don't end. You have to ship out.
You brought it up. Let's dig into that. It looks like there are a lot of boatmances, hookups, maybe the same guy hooking up with multiple girls. What's the deal?
I mean, the ratio of guys to girls, we have slim pickings, so it's like kind of bound to happen maybe. There are quite a few confusing love triangles, but I wouldn't necessarily ship any of them.
Okay.
See what I did there?
Yes. Do you get roped into any of those?
I do more than usual.
Did you surprise yourself a little maybe?
I was just surprised by how hot our deckhands were. That was surprising. One of them, I didn't even realize how hot he was till like week 2 because he had an accent, he had his baseball cap on. But then one day he's washing the boat with his shirt off, like through a window, and I was like, damn, he's so hot. Like, I just didn't notice him, but his body was insane. Ashton's gonna be so mad at me, but like, you know how last year Ashton was kind of like the beefcake of the deck crew?
Right.
He's like the least attractive this year. That's how hot they are. Like, we got hotties.
If it weren't unprofessional, I would bang both of you.
Let's run down the crew this year. I want to know kind of how you feel about everybody. We'll start with Ashton.
I think he did a great job running the deck. I think that the promotion may have gone to his head a little bit, but I feel like that happens in any job.
Let's talk about your stews. We've got Simone.
Yes.
With maybe the thickest accent in Below Deck history.
I know it. I think she speaks kind of like, but also very OMG. She speaks in acronyms a lot, so that's also like its own language mixed with the accent.
I haven't made a department yet, but I'm telling you that you have.
She's easy to do impressions of.
Okay. Can you do an
Maybe,
impression of her?
I knew I was saying to myself, I was like, why am I saying this? Like, Katie Boo Boo, OMG. Like that, I was like, can you vacuum? She's like, oh, Katie Boo Boo, LOL, OMG. And I was like, WTF.
A big WTF.
Yeah, but she was very cheerful and I loved her.
Okay. Then there's Courtney who basically says, I don't want to be here.
I just appreciate her honesty. I mean, I appreciate, do we all want to go to work every day? No.
No.
Anybody who says like, I just love working 18 hours a day for 6 weeks, I don't believe them. So I respect Courtney's honesty.
Kevin the chef.
At first, I loved him because he's from New Zealand, and in my experience, everyone from New Zealand is just so nice. Like, Australians are more macho, and Kiwis are just really sweet and sensitive. But turns out he spends a lot of time in Australia.
No, I don't think you're a good chief stew.
You know, all chefs are crazy in their own special way, and Kevin is no exception. I mean, like, I understand you have to be kind of nuts and kind of confident to take on the chef role, but I think that Kevin took on that role a little too much.
You're not this special superstar that you think you are. F*** off.
All right, we've got Brian the deckhand.
That's the hot one.
That's the hot one.
Holy crap. I mean, I'm like blushing
Yeah,
now.
you're getting
and
red.
I don't like have a crush on him. He's just like, it's like a Porsche. I don't want to hook up with a Porsche, but I enjoy looking at it.
just want to look at it.
I appreciate its beauty. Even Captain Lee
Captain
was
Lee.
like, whoa.
Tanner.
Tanner is so hot. He's like, I could see him being related to Colin from Below Deck Mediterranean. Like they're from the same area. They both work in Fire Island. Tall, light eyes, brown hair. But Tanner's like much more of a dude.
Got it.
A little bit taller, a little more 5 o'clock shadow.
And then we have Abby.
She's just like every other female deckhand. They're like, I just want to be one of the boys, which really means I need attention from
Right.
boys. Yeah.
Waking up next to your boss is the most awkward thing. It's just gonna be a really weird day.
Sum up the season in a word or two. How would you describe it?
Exotic. Thailand is so different than anywhere else I've ever been. Hot, very hot, and high drama.
High drama on the high seas.
Yep.